Okay, time to get some tires. Wheels are off. This is the first look behind the wheel. So first of all, I didn't know they had disc brakes, which is kind of cool. Rotor's really nasty. Oh yeah, that definitely needs to get turned. Front brake lines should probably be replaced. There's some cracking, but everything else you guys can see, this thing is immaculate. I mean, there's almost nothing down in these pockets. A little surface, that's it. Up here where the seat mounts, nothing, surface. It's amazing. Oh yeah, probably a new shock at some point because it's pretty bad. Other side, just about the same thing. Some surface, there's a little drain tube. And I haven't even cleaned any of this, which is it'll look amazing once it's cleaned. I'm assuming that's AC related. Yeah, same thing, cracked. Oh yeah, cracked brake line, and rotor's messed up, but even the pads look okay. But if I get the rotors turned, I will definitely, of course, do the pads. The back, just as good. I mean, there's just surface rust, that's it. Brake lines are probably fine. Looks like this shock's been traveling for the first time in forever. Oh, that's what they dropped. So everything else is in really good shape. I washed them off, gave them a scuff. Camera looks dirty. I'm gonna go get tires. Okay, so cheap used tires for 14s are not a thing. Who would have known? So we're looking at different options, but I did not get tires today. I did get new brake lines, so I'm gonna install those, re-bleed the brakes, check everything, make sure it's all right, and then hopefully we'll have better brakes. And then I guess technically I could hook up the brake booster at some point soon and see if we got a leak there. Front brake lines are all done. Easy peasy, cracked loose really easy. I just put some more fluid in because it leaked a little bit. I'm gonna re-bleed them and see how they are. So I pulled the bus out, took it for a little drive. Of course, we still don't have tires, so I didn't go that fast. Didn't go out on the main street or anything, just kind of in the cul-de-sac. And I did pretty well. I think the throttle cable needs to be adjusted. It doesn't seem like it's fully engaging, seems like. There's a certain procedure for the automatic and throttle cable and stuff to like set it. And then tomorrow I will finally finish putting in that rear tin and then the H seal that goes all the way around the motor. So it'll be good to go. I did order tires, so they're on their way. In town, too expensive. Online, cheap. So, time to install the rear tin. Things that go through it are the automatic transmission dipstick, which I don't think is in the correct place. So I'm gonna have to loosen it at the trans, kind of move it up, and then feed it through. And then also throttle cable, which I'm just gonna take that little piece off and hopefully we can slip it past. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 6 mounting screws. Some of them are already down there. Some of them on the sides need screws. I think only 2 of them, so I gotta find 2 screws. And then once that's in, put the H seal on the top. So it is in. I still need to bolt it in, but I wanna let you know having an automatic transmission sucks because I literally had to loosen and take that tube out to get it around. So all the fresh fluid, I put in a bucket. I'm just gonna put it back in. I'm gonna clean it, put it back in, put it through a filter. But yeah, that's a pain in the butt. So unfortunately I didn't film because I was kind of mad. So everything is all back together. Just gotta put the seal that goes around the whole motor, but I'll do that tomorrow. It's Sunday. Okay, it is finally time to put on the seal from the motor to the body. So I think I'm just gonna place it up against the back. I was gonna cut it. Maybe I'll just go for it. There's probably like a way to do this, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Definitely don't cut it. It's one piece, like it goes in pretty nice. One piece all the way around. So I do have this huge gap because of the AC compressor. I don't think we're gonna put that in anytime soon. So I either need to find the plate that goes there or just make a little piece of metal just so it's nice and sealed and, you know, it holds it up right there. Also, I need to replace the fittings for the gauge because they're a little small for the hose, so it like slowly leaks, which is not good. So we got the fitting that I had on there that was kind of leaking. You can see how big the hose is, and now I'm gonna go up to this size because it'll fit better, it'll clamp better, and it won't leak. Much better. Hopefully it doesn't leak. So I really quick fixed the wiring to the regulator. There's a plug that goes into the regulator that worked out awesome, but there's a blue wire coming out of the regulator that I did some research, and that is for the light, charging light. It goes into this one that goes into the front. There was a wrong connector, so I figured it out. And then the only other wire that came in this vicinity was a black wire, and supposedly this was for the ECU port or something like that, which obviously isn't a thing anymore. But hey, if I ever need power, it's good to know. I'm gonna clean up that wiring with a little bit of loom, make that a little prettier. Okay, that is much better. Now, might as well, I didn't have some lights working, mainly because some wires were disconnected. So, take taillights out, hook those wires up, figure out where they go, and then maybe also hook up some side markers, because I got some new ones. Well, I was wondering why they were so dim, and this explains it. Dirt got in there and the bulbs are all nasty and there's dirt everywhere. So I'm gonna blow that out and clean everything. Okay, I got them back in, all cleaned out, the bulbs cleaned out, and seems like this side is working, but that one's not. So I'm gonna have to look into that. There we go, the bulb was just bad. Let's replace this light real quick. Okay, and I got the bulb working. But I don't think this thing's mounted right. Maybe not, but it seems kind of sideways. So when we do some PDR on those dents, I'll straighten it out. Okay, let me fix this one. Okay, got that one installed as well, and got the light working. So those wires that were outside just went to that. So that's awesome. Won't be able to test the blinkers because I actually need to replace the switch. But yeah, and the bulb was working for that one, but it's not anymore. I think that one needs a new bulb, so it's kind of loose. So yeah, getting more stuff done. More things that I need to work on to get this thing more reliable on the street is, well, one thing, I never changed the diff fluid. I checked it when I was doing transmission stuff, but I never actually replaced it. So I'm gonna decide whether I want to take this pan off and reseal it, or try to just suck the fluid out of there, which I might just do, because then I'm not messing with pan gasket. So I think sucking out the fluid is gonna be my best bet for now. So I'm gonna loosen up this fill plug
Okay. Get my pan. The bus is on a flat surface. Okay, I got the tube in there and I've already started pumping everything out. At least I'll get most of it. We'll see how the thing drives, then eventually I'll probably drop the pan and redo it, but so I'll try to get down maybe in there. And I must have gotten most of it. Cool. Okay. Now to fill it back up. Hopefully I can get these up in here. So I'm just gonna hold it with my finger and maybe squeeze it by the axle and then it'll go. Oh, that might work. There we go. Yeah, do that. Just squeeze the bottle past the axle and then it'll squeeze most of the fluid in, and then you can get the new fluid in. Good, at least there's room. Okay, bottle 2, same technique. Put it there, start squeezing it in. Okay, then put it up and then go until fluid comes out. Supposedly it's two of these, but we will see. Yeah, it's starting to come out. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna do one good squirt and then pull it out and put the drain plug in, but you can't see it, so. Now, unfortunately, this fluid does look a little red. But then when I check the trans, everything's good and the fluid's not getting low. So maybe it's old fluid, stuff was replaced, whatever. Either way, I'll keep checking it just to make sure everything's good. Next, because I got them and they don't really do anything, I think they're just technically reflectors, but I want to replace both of them. This one's been missing since we got the bus. Maybe I'll put a little bit of primer on that rust, on those rust spots. But I got brand new ones for both sides. So I'll just do that real quick. Now install the headlight bezel because it was just laying in the bus, so at least we got it. Seems like they hook on and then they kind of press in, and then you use the screw, I'm assuming, to hold it in, if I can find where it goes. Okay, just need to figure out where it threads. A little bit higher. Okay, got it. Somewhere like right there. Here we go. There we go. Much better. Okay. Headlight bezel is in. That looks much better. It's been missing that since the beginning. It's not all that crooked-eyed? I don't know. Whatever. It's not only one eye anymore. It's got everything. Yeah. And you know what? I'm actually gonna call it for this video. I think a lot has been done, and all we're pretty much waiting on is the tires, so I can actually take that thing on the road. Once we get the tires, I'll be able to know if the transmission's shifting, how the tuning is on it, and then just any other stuff, steering, stuff like that, how the shocks are, which, I mean, they're all blown, so they're gonna have to be redone, but that's gonna be another video. I hope you're excited to see the 77 get on the road for the first time in who knows how long. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. High five out.